Gas prices begin to show some signs of relief. The RV industry has its best February on record. RV shows are being canceled, and it's not due to COVID and a major Class B Campervan recall and more. It's time for the latest in RV and camping news. I'm Jason Epperson. This is RV Miles. Here we talk about the latest in RV and camping news that you need to know about. Last week, we reported on Gigi Stetler, who's been going toe-to-toe with Camping World and CEO Marcus Lemonis for more than a decade. I have sad news to report this week. Her RV dealership, Planet RV in Davie, Florida, has burnt to the ground. The electrical fire began in the early hours of the morning and took firefighters 3 hours to control. The sales and service centers were completely destroyed, along with many RVs that were inside. The exterior RV inventory was mostly unharmed. Stetler has already opened a temporary sales office in an RV, and the dealership will not close down. No injuries were reported, and we're thinking of all the folks down there at Planet RV. Gas prices have stabilized over the past 10 days. They haven't gone down by more than a penny, but they haven't gone up either, so that's something. The national average for gasoline is $2.87 as I record this on Friday, March 26th, and diesel is $3.10. According to AAA, growing stock levels have helped put downward pressure on pump prices despite rising gas demand. It's taken several weeks to get many of those Gulf Coast refineries that were shut down due to the deep freeze in February back online, and they're not all up yet, but more are producing fuel, and that's helping increase stock levels. If total domestic stocks of gas continue to increase and demand does not spike, drivers can expect prices to remain stable and perhaps decrease through the next several days. The RV Industry Association's February 2021 survey of manufacturers determined that total RV shipments ended the month with over 48,000 units, an increase of 30% compared to February of 2020 before the pandemic, making this the best February RV shipment total on comparable record. The vast majority of those units are fulfilling customer orders, but dealership inventories are beginning to increase ever so slightly. The RV industry remains on track to build more RVs in 2021 than any previous year. February is now the second month for record shipment numbers. In related news, Winnebago Industries released its latest earnings statement Wednesday, saying its profit during the winter quarter was 5 times higher than a year ago, and sales were up 34%. Winnebago's towable products had a 55% jump in sales, while the motorhome segment rose 17.5%. The company's been operating near its manufacturing capacity, but has had periodic disruptions due to parts shortages. We're going to see a lot more of that swing away from motorhomes towards trailers as more and more people in North America own trucks. A second RV show in the Fort Myers, Florida area is canceled this year, but not because of the coronavirus. It's due to a lack of inventory. The 26th annual RV Super Saver Show was scheduled to take place in April, but dealers don't have enough stock to justify the expense of the show. In January, the 36th annual Fort Myers RV Show, the largest dealer-sponsored RV show in Florida, was canceled for the same reason. Local dealers are planning a fall show instead, hoping that inventories have recovered a bit by then. This video is sponsored by the Togo RV app. If you're looking for turn-by-turn RV directions that take into account your height and length of your RV, look no further than the Togo RV Plus program. And Togo has just released a whole slew of discounts from over 50 different RV and camping suppliers that are available to all Togo members. Togo membership is $39 per year, and it includes the turn-by-turn directions. It includes Road Trippers Plus, our favorite road trip planning app, and a whole lot more. With the code RVMiles10X, you save $10. You can find it down in the description. Or just download that app for free in your app store and decide if you want to upgrade yourself. We've been reporting a lot on that decreased RV dealership inventory over the past several weeks, as well as a reduction in the availability of campsites across the country. But there's another area where this RV boom is having a major impact. Viewers and listeners are telling me that they're having a difficult time right now finding storage for their RVs in some places. Even folks who've been using the same storage facility for years are finding increased prices, or that their site has been given away already for next winter. So if you have storage and you use it, check on it. Daimler is recalling over 56,000 2019 and 2020 Mercedes-Benz Sprinter vans. The retaining washer and bolt that connect the brake pedal to the bearing block may come loose and detach, causing the brake lights to stay lit, even when the brake pedal is not pressed. Not good if you can't indicate that you're braking. Finally, in not so surprising news, the sounds of the outdoors, birds, lapping waves, and the like, reduce stress, according to new research using the sounds found in U.S. national parks. Other benefits of outdoor sounds include everything from alleviating pain to improving mood and cognitive ability. Researchers listened to sound recordings from 251 locations in 68 national parks. The amount of natural sound at parks varied, but some areas had abundant natural sounds and others had more visitors, and thus more human noise. They found that certain natural sounds provided more specific benefits. Birdsong, for example, reduced stress the most. Water sounds improve positive emotions and health outcomes the most. Some of it has to do with instinct. An acoustic environment that has lots of natural sounds in it is a pretty good indicator of a safe environment. A space lacking a lot of those natural sounds could be indicating that something's wrong, and that can provoke in humans a vigilant response. That's it for this week's RV and camping news. If you got something out of this video, please hit the like button, and if you want more, hit the subscribe button and that notification bell. Let's wrap it up with some comments from last week's video. RV news on a Saturday morning: coffee with heavy cream, amazing. Try some bourbon cream in your coffee, life-changing. Thanks, Jason, for all the great information. I just wish new campers would take better care of our free land. Sad. Look, I agree, but gosh, a lot of it is not new campers, and I'm hearing from a lot of people that are saying all these new people are tearing up our public lands, but gosh, a lot of it is not the new people. Great news on the increase of campsites in Florida. Is there a national estimate on how many sites were created last year and over the next year? I'll try to find out. No, there is not so far, but I'll try to get some sort of estimates together somehow. But I have been receiving press releases from other states saying there are more and more campgrounds on the way, which is a great thing. Have you done a video on the best motorhome brands? No, I have not, but boy, let me tell you, best motorhome brands, that would be tough to do because best in motorhomes is so relative to your budget. Do you have $500,000 to spend? I can tell you what's the best. You might want to rethink your look. The thumbnail image made me think Ted Cruz was giving a camping info update. There's an ice cream truck coming by. I gotta go.